Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This is the first part of the dependency injection playlist, and in this video I'm going to tell you what is dependency injection, and I'm trying to make it as short as possible because this topic is very confusing for beginner developers, and I've decided to make this playlist and especially this video to make it a piece of cake for you. First of all, let's see why do we need the dependency injection. The main purpose of using dependency injection is to make our application testable. Dependency injection will give us some points in our application that we can provide our fake data and give it to our application and see if the application works properly or not. And if we want to maintain our app or expand it later or update it, we can do it better by using dependency injection. And in total, dependency injection will improve the quality of our applications. And also, by the definition that you can find in the Wikipedia, dependency injection will help us to avoid coupling. Consider you have two classes in your applications that if you don't use dependency injection, these two classes will be a couple, and if one of them doesn't work, the other one cannot work. And by using dependency injection, we can avoid something like this to happen. So let's see what is the definition of the dependency injection. Consider we have a class A, and it needs class B or class C or both of them to work. So the easiest definition that I can say is to give the instance of this object of the class B and class C to class A, because it needs these two objects to work. And we can delegate this responsibility to dependency injection container, which can be manual dependency injection or using libraries. Let's see a short practical example. Here I have two classes, class car and the class engine, and any car needs an engine to work and to be able to move. So if I create the instance of this class just like this, here in the body of the main class, the car class, there is no dependency injection. This class is depend on this to work, but whenever this class is created, we need to create this, and then we are able to use this class just like this. Let's test it and see if does it work or not. Okay, as you can see, turning on the car, the thing that we wrote here is displaying here in the terminal. Now, what is dependency injection? If I take this and paste it here and change it like this, and also here give this engine to the constructor of this class, I injected the dependency to the class car. So the class car needs the class engine, and we gave the instance of the class engine to the class car. Now it works properly by the manual dependency injection. Let's check it again. As you can see, it works like a charm. So you may have a question now, why do we need to do this? Why we should use this approach, not the previous approach? Because both of them are working. And maybe you think this second approach will make your application larger or harder to build. Let's go and see another example to understand the answer of this question. Here I have kind of the same code. Again, I have the class car, and I use the dependency injection here. And here I've created an interface. It has a function power on, and now we have 4 different types of engines, and we are able to give them to class car. So the class car can work with any of them that we need. Consider in this example you have a car with a plumb engine, and you cannot repair the engine or make the required services. But here, plus that, you can give the opportunity to user of this car to choose different types of engines to use them. And as you can see here, we have the fake engine to test our car. This is the test code, the unit test code that I was talking about it, and you can provide it and inject it here to your application and see if your app does work or not. So using dependency injection will give you this opportunity to later expand your application or update it in a way that you want. Now let's check if does it work or not. As you can see, the hybrid engine is set on our car. If I want, I can just here use, for example, the fake engine instead of the hybrid engine, and just by test you can see that it works with the fake engine as well. This is the modular or the constructor dependency injection and manual dependency injection. We cannot use this approach, and we need unit dependency injection for the activities or the fragments because they are by default instantiated and we cannot use them. But we don't want to invent the wheel from the scratch. And there are multiple libraries that we can use them to implement dependency injection in your applications. Dagger 1, 2, and Dagger Hilt are officially supported by Google. And Dagger Hilt, let's say, is the easier version of Dagger 2. And Coin library also can do the dependency injection for us and is easier to use in comparison to Dagger Hilt. And in the next videos, I'm going to show you how to use Dagger Hilt and Coin library to implement dependency injection in a real project. Be with me till the end of this playlist to learn how to use them and how to implement dependency injection in your applications. Have a good time. See you in next video. Bye bye.